Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I want to share with you a Dollar Tree haul. Now normally when I go to the Dollar Tree, there's one like 5 minutes away from my house and there's nothing there. It's very rarely that I find anything at a Dollar Tree. And then there's another one that is by my chiropractor's office, which I go on Wednesdays. And that one is hit or miss, but as far as makeup, I have a hard time finding any makeup that I'm interested in. Because the thing about Dollar Tree, you guys know, as far as shades, when it comes to complexion products, there's not a wide range. And I have tried some of their complexion products before, and I wasn't crazy about them. Like the ones from BPure, it just wasn't anything that I liked. I thought it was very oily for me and not enough coverage, just more like a skin tint. So even though I purchased those before, I'm not going to share them when I do the get ready with me because it's just something that I would not repurchase again. So I'm only going to share with you things that I really think they're amazing. Now I have tried some of these products that I'm going to show you today like 3 times because I wanted to make sure that they were good. And I was very happy with them. I'm wearing some of them today, but I'm going to do a get ready with me showing you some of these products. So first I want to show you what I found that is not makeup related, because the makeup is mostly what I found. And I actually went to the Dollar Tree looking for little Easter stuff to stick in my grandkids, the youngest grandkids bags. I hit the jackpot there too. They have quite a few nice things. So I have 3 little nieces, my sister's granddaughters, and I decided to get one of these for each of them. These are so cute. These were $5. They're the dress-up dolls and they're the Disney princesses. So it's Cinderella and Belle, but I thought these were so super cute. So I got one for each of them because they're at the age where they like to have like the same thing, like what one has or owns, the other one wants. So I decided to get the same. And then for my granddaughter, Isabella, she's 2.5, and this is for 3 years and older. But let me tell you, my little granddaughter, she's a pretty smart cookie. So I think that if someone plays with her, she'll be able to do this. So she loves Peppa Pig, so I got her a Peppa Pig one, and I thought these would be fun to play with. Yeah, this is something that we can do together, and I know she's obsessed with Peppa Pig. Okay, I also got a couple of these. These are the curly straws, and they're just little Easter. They have a little ducky, a sheep or lamb, and then a little bunny. I got 2 of those. This one, the same thing. I think this one has an egg. This one is 4. Does this one have 4? Yeah, it has 4. They both have an egg also. So I thought those were super cute. They have these. I got 2 of them. They're the Yardley London disposable washcloths, and I love to carry these when I'm traveling, even if it's just on a road trip. Sometimes, especially in the summer, you just feel kind of like yucky if you're in a car for a long time and you just want to refresh yourself or whatever. I like these. These are usually nice and large. There are 18 of them, and Yardley they usually smell pretty nice. I don't want to open them yet because I'm not ready to use them and I don't want them to dry out. And then if you travel like on a plane, I love these for, you know, like before you arrive, you go to the bathroom and kind of like just feels better to clean yourself up a little bit. So anyway, I got these. Then I also bought these here. These are from Power Stick, and they're infused with soothing aloe vera and vitamin E. They're face and body wipes, but I'm mainly going to use these to remove swatches from my hands. There's 30 wipes in here, and let's see, I'm going to be using these. So let me open it and see what it smells like. It smells nice. It's very softly scented, which I appreciate. I never use these on my face. I usually just use cleanser or like a makeup removing balm or makeup removing oil, and then a cleanser. I don't really use wipes, except if I travel. Sometimes I do take some of these with me because they're a little more convenient. But I went ahead and I tried these, but mainly, like I said, is to remove swatches. And then I've heard other creators that have like Dollar Tree channels talk about this here. This is the Bermuda Blue Citrus and Wash Fragrance Boosters. I've never used these. I always use fabric softener, and I get like Downy or something like that. That smells nice. But I wanted to try this. I actually tried this in my wash, And I only use like half the amount of softener because this is not a softener. This is just to make your laundry smell nice. So I still want a fabric softener because I don't like, you know, static cling. I like my clothes to feel nice and soft. So what I did was I used half the amount of the fabric softener, and then I used this, and the laundry smelled really, really, really good. So this is a really nice smelling one if you guys use this kind of product. This brings 10.5 ounces. So I don't know how much the regular ones bring because, like I said, I really don't use that kind of product. Okay, so now for the makeup. First, I'm going to share the stuff that I found from LA Color. When I watch other YouTubers that have Dollar Tree makeup, and a lot of times they say the LA Colors eyeshadows are really, really good. And I've heard a lot of nice things about these quads. So I was able to find 3 of them. Now, I've used 2 of them. I used this one. I actually posted a picture of my makeup that I did yesterday on Instagram and also in my community post. And this is the eyeshadow that I had on. This is called Queen's Desire. And this is more like a cool tone palette. It is so, so pretty. I had no fallout. The eyeshadow went on like a dream. I would say this is probably comparable to the e.l.f. quads or the Wet n Wild, the one that I believe they bring 5 different shadows, that kind of quality. But those are really nice eyeshadows. I really enjoy working with those. They're easy to apply, and like I said, I had no fallout with these. It created a gorgeous look with these 4 shades. So I've used this one, and then I've also used this one before. This one is the Classics. And this is more neutral, as you can see, really pretty. This one has 3 mattes and 1 shimmer, and this one has 3 shimmers and 1 matte. And then the other one that I got was this one here called Sweet Princess, and this is what this one looks like. This one looks like a really pretty, like spring soft look, and this one has 2 shimmers and 2 mattes. So this one is also very, very pretty. Okay, then I found, those are the eyeshadows. Then I found some powder blushes, and this one is the one that I'm wearing today and the one that I was also wearing in the pictures that I posted on Instagram and on my community tab. This one is called Toast. It is so, so pretty. When you look at it, it looks like it has some glitter, but it doesn't translate to the face. It does have like a little bit of a glow, but I mean, my face doesn't look glittery at all. So I really like this, and they're nicely pigmented, but not overly pigmented, which I kind of like because I tend to have blush blindness, and this seems to work just fine for me. I don't over apply it. Then I also found this shade right here. It's called Berry Plum. They bring one of those little useless little brushes that I don't use. But this one does not have any kind of shimmer. This is more like it's still like a satin, but it doesn't have you can't see like any kind of shimmer on it when you open it. And then this last one is called Berry Pretty. This one is very light. I don't even know if this one is going to show on my face. This one looks more almost like a blush topper. This seems to have like a little bit more of a glow. But it may be pretty with these 2 and then just skip a highlighter. But I thought these were super nice. All these products were $1.25. Okay, you cannot beat that. I did find a bronzer. This one brings a cream and a powder bronzer. So this is also the bronzer that I'm wearing today. And this is the cream. And they did have a darker one. This one is called Sunkissed. And then the powder one has a little bit of a glow, but I don't think it really shows glowy. It just looks nice. It sinks into your skin. It really is a pretty bronzer. And to me, it's pretty neutral. It is not too warm and orangey on me, which I absolutely love. They also carry a single bronzer, which is larger. It's like probably like the size of this whole pan. But they were too dark, the shades that they had, and it's a powder bronzer. Next, I found this highlighter, and this highlighter is absolutely beautiful. Now this is again a split pan. This is in the shade Get Glowy. This has like a cream, but it's more like a balm. And I have that on this side of my cheek. And then it has this beautiful, absolutely beautiful powder one. I have that on this side. Now this one, you have to be careful because I like my highlighter to be subtle. This one can really take it to the moon. So you have to be very careful. I had to go over it with my powder brush just to make sure, because it was a little too much for me. But this one is really beautiful. The cream one is, again, it's like a balm, more like the Merit or like the L'Oreal Lumi Glass, that kind of a formula. Really beautiful. I really do enjoy that. I found one in another shade which may be too dark for me. This one is Lit From Within. The first one was Get Glowy, but I wanted to try it anyway because I was just interested. I thought it looked pretty interesting. This is what it looks like. It may not be. Let's swatch this one. No, it doesn't look like it's going to be too dark. This one, I think it has more of like a rosy shade. Oh yeah. This is more like a pinky shade. But I don't think, look how, like I said, it can get very glowy. If this is something that you guys like it that way, I would have to go very softly. But it is beautiful. It melts right into your skin. It looks really pretty. Okay, one thing that I have found on our previous trip to Dollar Tree was this. This is like a tinted lip balm, and it's from LA Colors. All of this I'm showing you right now is LA Colors. This is a Shea Butter lip balm, and this one is in the shade Black Cherry. I have worn this before, and this is very pretty, very comfortable. It looks really dark, but when you put it on your lips, it shears out quite a bit. See how pretty that is? It just gives you like a really nice, pretty tint to your lips, but it's very hydrating, very comfortable. It's beautiful. So when I went this time, they had another shade, and I went ahead and I decided I wanted to try it. This one is in the shade Sheer Nude. Now I have not tried this one, but this one is more like a peachy shade. But these look really pretty also if you wear a lip liner with it. You guys know me. I have to have a little more on my lips. But they're really beautiful. So if you find these, if you guys like tinted lip balms, these are really good. And like I said, I've had this one for a while. The color is beautiful. The Black Cherry is absolutely gorgeous. It comes out more like a rosy tone. And when I do the video, I'll probably swatch all of these lip products for you guys so you can see what it looks like on the lips. I also found a lipstick from, they didn't have too many choices. They had this one and a really dark one. And this one is called Main Squeeze. This is a creamy finished like lipstick with vitamin E aloe vera. It's hydrating lipstick. This is really pretty. I tried it on. It's very comfortable. This is a really pretty shade. But like I said, they only have a choice of this shade or the really super dark one, which I know that I wasn't gonna wear it. So I only got the one that I would wear because I think that's really pretty. And then the last thing from LA Girl that I found is this lip liner pencil, and it also is a dual lip liner. So it's supposed to be like a lipstick and a lip liner. Now I don't see the difference between both ends, and it does have a sharpener, but I think it's supposed to be like two different shades, but they look pretty much the same to me. So this is to fill your lip, this one right here. And this is the lip liner, but look at that, it's just as thick. So you can use them whichever you want. I guess this is more berry, this is more red. I did wear the, which one did I wear? The red one all over my lip. And it is a matte lip product. Like I said, it does bring a sharpener attached to it, which is nice. It looks like a sharpener, but maybe not. I don't know. I don't need a sharpener, but anyway, that wasn't doing anything. But it is a matte color, but I mean it's a little thick. You can still define your lips for $1.25. You can't beat it. And then I just put like a lip gloss over it because I don't wear matte lips very often. It has to be a very hydrating formula, and this one was okay, but I didn't feel like it was that hydrating, so I did feel like I needed a little bit of lip gloss over it. And the last thing that I found that I was so surprised because every time I watch one of those Dollar Tree videos, all of the mascaras that they tried have been terrible, regardless of which brand, whether it's Ioni, LA Girl, or any other brand that Dollar Tree carries. But when I went, I saw this one. This one is from LA Girl. I'm sorry, not LA Girl, LA Colors. They don't have LA Girl at Dollar Tree, it's LA Colors. I do that all the time with that brand. But I noticed this one is a Lift and Lock Mascara. Now, this is what I have on my eyes. And let me tell you, this is a good mascara. $1.25. Now, at first, I thought the applicator is very, very curvy. And I wasn't sure if I was gonna like that. But this is more of a dry formula. It is not super wet, which I kind of enjoy that sometimes. Sometimes if they're too wet, they kind of like splatter all over your face. And I don't enjoy that. I don't enjoy having to do cleanup or having to be very careful because the mascara is going to splatter on my lid or on my face. This one doesn't do that. This is 2 coats of that mascara. This is the first time I wear it on my lower lash line because the other times I was going out, I didn't want to deal with, you know, smudging on my lower lash line, which most mascaras do. But today I decided to put it on my lower lash line to see if it does smudge. Now, the one thing I have to say, this doesn't say that it's waterproof, but this is a little difficult to remove. Normally, if my regular mascaras that I use on a normal basis, unless it's tubing, which all you need is just warm water, if I wash my face first with, if I remove my makeup first with a makeup removing balm or a makeup removing oil, pretty much takes off 90% of the mascara, and then when I use my cleanser, the rest of it comes off. So it's not always that I have to use eye makeup remover to remove my mascara. Now, if after I do that, if I see that I have a little bit of residue, I do get the makeup remover and take off the rest. I don't like any trace of makeup on my face before I go to bed. Now, this one does not come off with makeup removing balm or a cleanser. You do have to use a makeup removing product. Right now, I'm using the one from Lancome, so it works perfectly, but I'm sure that anything that has like a little, that one's like a called bifacial, whatever, that has like an oil in, I don't know, water. I don't know what the other product is. It works just fine. It comes right off. But I love the fact that it doesn't smudge. It doesn't flake. It's only $1.25. And I think it gave me pretty decent lashes. So I'll move you guys closer so you can see my lashes. But I think my lashes look pretty decent. I hope my, I hope what I have on my lids is not creasing because today I don't feel good, guys. I have been in so much pain the last week that it's been very hard for me to get motivated to do a video. But I really wanted to do this video because, I don't know, maybe it's a good time to go to Dollar Tree if you have one near you and you're interested in makeup like this. So I didn't want to wait anymore. I've been on the struggle bus for the last few days. So today I just applied a little bit of makeup, but I didn't want to go through an eye look. It's just not in me. But this is a really good one. Now, I can't link any of these products. What I'll do is I put the name in the description box so that if you want to print it and make a list of those products and take it with you to the Dollar Tree, and you know, that way you know what you're looking for. But I can't link them because you can link anything to the Dollar Tree. I looked on the LA Colors website. They do not have this mascara, so maybe this is one that they discontinue, but they shouldn't have. This is a really good one. So, okay, so that is all of the LA Girl products that I purchased. Now, these are other brands that I found. Now, I've heard a lot of good things of these Sassy Chic brushes. Now, I did use these. They're clean now. I cleaned them. They didn't have a lot for me to pick from. These were the only Sassy Chic brushes that I could find. And this one is supposed to be a foundation brush. I did not use it as a foundation brush. I think it's too small. They're distributed in Canada, but they're imported from China. So this is supposed to be a foundation brush. Now, I used this for my bronzer. I thought it was really good. And I think it would be really good also for any kind of cream or liquid blush. But I didn't like it for, I don't know, this is just not big enough or dense enough for me for foundation. But again, you use it for whatever you like. This one was supposed to be blush brush, and I did use it for blush. I did use it for one of these that I put on my face, and it was fine. This worked just fine for blush. But again, you can use it for whatever. You can use it for bronzer, whatever you want. And it is a little slanted. And this one is too. They're both a little slanted. And then the last one is supposed to be for concealer. I did use it for concealer. It worked just fine. It's soft. They're not scratchy, which is really, really nice. So they're really worth $1.25. But it was really, really nice for concealer. I think you can also use it for like highlighter or something like that. But I liked it. I thought these three are definitely worth $1.25. So I would recommend those. Okay, I found these also. These are the eyebrow razors, and I also use them to shave my face. And I looked on Amazon, and Amazon has a pack of 3. These were $1.25. Amazon has a pack of 3 that is the Amazon brand for $4.22. And those were the least expensive ones that I could find. So these are definitely worth it to me. I haven't tried it, okay, so I really can't tell you. I guess I'll try to use it before I do the video to see if maybe they don't feel so good on the face. If they work, I think they're good for $1.25. Okay, I also found this. This is from La Mercier, and this is this metallic shimmer eyeshadow. This is the only shade they have. And this is like a lavender. I don't know if it has a shade. It says cream to powder, smooth formula, delivers high impact color with a perfect shimmer that is as dreamy as you. Show stopping with just one swipe. And it doesn't say the shade, but it's like a lilac color. I did swatch this, and it's swatched very, very pretty. It is not super pigmented, so it's more like a little wash of color. But I thought it looked pretty. Sometimes that's all I want, you know, especially on my lid. It doesn't have to be, or in my inner corner. It doesn't have to be like super, you know, pigmented. I like the fact that it's cream to powder, and it's a very thin formula, which normally to me, those are more mature eyelid friendly because it's not going to look crinkly. It's not going to show texture on your lids. So I think something like this will be beautiful. So I can't wait to try this. I also got, this is from BPure, and this is Fair Medium bronzer. And I know a lot of people rave about BPure brand. Now the only thing I think that I've tried from BPure is their foundation. Like I said, I just didn't like it. It didn't give me enough. It just didn't give me like enough coverage. So this is just one of those, looks nice. This is one of those applicators that can be kind of messy. As you can see, it's all over my lid already, and these drive me crazy because it's very hard to keep them clean. If you guys know me, I don't like dirty or ugly makeup. My eyeshadow palettes, even the ones that I use a lot, they're always clean because I clean them. I don't like messy makeup. Then I found some lipsticks, and this is from Ioni, and this is in deep mauve. These are the ones, they have like a little heart shape, and it feels like a tinted balm. It's very pretty. That's a very pretty shade. I got another one. This is rose. That's rose, and this is a mauve. The rose has a little more red in it. The mauve has a little more pink in it. Then I did find some liquid blushes, also from Ioni. This is soft pink. And I love the packaging. The packaging is very pretty. They'll come in like little boxes, which is nice because they're sealed and no one can get in them, okay? So this is more like a cool pink. That's a pretty shade. It shears out nicely. I have a Ioni tinted lip oil, and this is in the shade Plumbery. It has vitamin E, it's hydrating, it softens and plumps the lips. So I don't know if this would be one that you can feel the plumping. I'll put some on now and see if I can feel anything. This is what it looks like. Ioni's a pretty good brand. They have some nice product. Oh, this is like a really pretty pink. I don't have a mirror, so let's see if I can do this. It smells fruity. I'll let you know in a second if I feel any kind of plumping, but it smells very nice. And then I have this blush from Ioni. It's a liquid blush in Coral Crush, and this is what it looks like. That's pretty. Okay, I don't feel any kind of plumping on my lips. So if that's supposed to be, maybe it's just plumping because it gives you shine. And whenever you wear a lip, to me, when you wear a lip gloss, it always kind of softens the lines on your lips. They're not as visible. So maybe that's what they mean by plumping, because I don't feel any kind of plumping. And then I think this is the last product that I found. And this is from BPure. This is bronzing drops. Now, I swatched this. I don't think this is something that I'm probably going to be able to use. It has cocoa extract, shea butter, and vitamin E. It brings 1 ounce. I found it to be a little, I don't know, a little too warm. I don't know. I can't see me putting that on my cheeks. And it's super glowy. Super, super glowy. So I don't think that this is something that I would wear on my cheeks. But maybe to mix it with a, I don't know, a matte foundation or something. Maybe I can play with it. But even if this is the only thing that I'm not going to use, I still did pretty good. I think all the products were amazing. I had a lot of hits for sure. That's all I have for you guys. So this was my haul from Dollar Tree. I am so excited because I think that I really hit it out of the park with some of these products. Very excited with the LA colors that I found because I have tried someone already and they look amazing. They last all day. I had like a 12-hour wear on the eyes, the blush, the bronzer, the highlighter yesterday, and it looked amazing at the end of the day. It didn't fade. It looked really pretty. Absolutely worth the $1.25. So like I said, I will list the products below. No linking because I can't link something that I can't find. But that way, if you want to print that list and you want to take it with you when you go to the Dollar Tree, if anybody knows what day Dollar Tree receives new products, if there's such a thing. I know some stores, there's certain days that they receive new products and that's when they put them up. Let me know. I don't know. I feel like it was probably Tuesday night that they put those up, or Wednesday morning before I got there, because they had a lot of stuff. And I didn't ask because I didn't think about it, and I don't even know if they would tell me. All right, you guys. So thank you so much for spending some time with me. I can't wait to create a full face for you with all these products. I hope that if you have not subscribed, that you will subscribe and join my community. I love you guys, and I will see you on my next video. Bye, guys. Mwah.